Okay, so here we are to solve the following equations that are involving what? Fractions, algebraic equations involving fractions. Now to do this is quite simple, very simple. All you just need to know is, first of all, we have to convert all this fraction to linear form. Okay, we have to get rid of the fractions. How do we do that? Okay, so I'm going to show you that right here. So the first question here, we have x over 2 equals 4. Now, for us to make this equation to become a linear equation, okay, we are going to write, of course, we are going to make this to become like x over 2 equals 4 over 1, because 4 over 1 still gives us 4, right? So that's what we are doing. Now you can see that these are two fractions and they have denominators, right? They have denominators. One way of doing this is to get the LCM. The LCM of the denominators, okay? So we say get LCM of denominators. The LCM of 2 and 1 is 2, right? So we use the LCM, then, which is 2 in this case. We'll multiply the fraction, multiply each fraction by LCM. Multiply each fraction by LCM. Alright, so now, what's the LCM of x over of 2 and 1 is 2, right? So we use the 2 and multiply each of the fractions. So we are going to have 2 times x over 2 equals 2 times 4 over 1. 2 times x over 2. Because we have a multiplication sign and here is 2, so we divide this by this. Okay, those 2 can cancel out. We left with x equals 2 times 4 over 1. 2 times 4 is 8 over 1. 8 over 1 is, of course, 8. So you see, the answer to this is actually done. So once we have multiplied each fraction by the LCM, we can go further to just finish it up. Okay, that said, let's look at the next question there. You can pause this and try it on your own. Okay, so one thing about mathematics is that each form of mathematics has an approach. All this mathematics that we are doing, we have not started involving things that deals with the logic, like word problems and things that will require you to actually think so much. What we are doing here is just simply methods. You follow the methods and you get the answer. So that's what I want to advise each and every one of us to try and see how we can follow and adopt the methods, okay, that are being displayed. Okay, now like in this problem, remember, okay, I'm supposed to show you another way of doing this. So let's say we have 4 over 1. In this case, we can just simply say we cross multiply. That's what we call cross multiplying. So if we just do that, instead of going to look for the LCM, if we just do this, we are going to get x times 1 equals 2 times 4. Okay, based on the cross multiplication. So x times 1 is simply what? X. 2 times 4 is what? 8. Okay, so I think this is something you love because it's like a little bit straightforward here, but it's not always straightforward. Okay, so having done that, let's look at the next question. Here we have x over 2 plus x over 3 equals 1. Alright, now how do we solve this? Like I said earlier, we get the LCM of the denominators. Get LCM of denominators, and then after that, what do? We use the LCM to multiply through. Multiply through using LCM. Okay, and then we simplify. That will be the last thing. Now, what's the LCM of 2 and 3? Of course, the denominator here is 1. 1 over 1. 1 over 1, of course, is still 1. So whenever a number is written as a whole number, the fraction form of it is just 4 over 1. Let's say you have 4. The fraction form of 4 is just 4 over 1. Okay? Alright. So that's what we do. Okay, so the LCM here is 6 of 2, 3, and 1 is going to be 6. So I'm going to use 6 to multiply through. So I'm going to have 6 times x over 2 plus 6 times x over 3 equals 6 times 1 over 1. So with this multiplication, I can see clearly that I can divide. So 2 will go into 2 one time, 2 will go into 6 3 times, 3 will go into 3 one time, 3 will go into 6 2 times. So I think that's all I can do. So 3 times x here gives me 3x plus 2 times x gives me 2x equals 6 times 1, which is what? 6. Alright. So with this now reduce, see from here we have this. It's simple, right? So with this in this form, what do we then do? 3x plus 2x is simply 5x, which is equal to 6. So what do we do again? We divide. Remember, when you have a number standing close to the variable and you're looking for the variable, you divide through. Like in this case, if it's standing close by multiplication, you divide. If it was addition, you subtract. If it was subtraction, you add. Just do it that way. Alright, so with this now, this is going to become 5x over 5 equals 6 over 5. Alright, so 5 will cancel 5 here. We'll be left with x alone. Then 6 over 5. 6 over 5 is going to be one whole number, 1 over 5. Alright, that's what 6 over 5 will be, one whole number, 1 over 5. Okay, so that's how this works out. Now let's go to the next example. You can pause this and check this out. Why? Of course, you know why we did this. We've done this before. 5, we can get if we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get 5 out of it is into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can get 5 out of 6 one time, 1, 5. That's the 1 here. Then remaining 1 over 5. So because this remaining 1 is going to be still shared by the 5 people. Okay, so with this said, let's move to the next example. Let's move to the next example and see what we got. In the next example, we have x plus 1 divided by 3 minus x minus 1 divided by 4 equals 3 over 2. Okay, so this question is simple, very, very simple. Okay, so all you just need to do is in the same way, get the LCM of all the denominators and then use it to multiply through. Okay, the LCM of 3, 4, and 2 is 12. Okay, remember, if you cannot remember, you can check out how to find LCM of numbers. Okay, using the previous classes I've done. So 3, 4, and 2, the LCM is 12. So it is using that to multiply through, we are going to get 12 times x plus 1 over 3, right? Minus 12 times 12 times x minus 1 over 4 equals 12 times 3 over 2. Okay, so with this done, there's a multiplication sign here. This can divide this. So 3 here is 1. 3 into 12 is 4. So we are left with 4 multiplying x plus 1. Then 4 here can go 1. 4 can go here 3. So we are left with minus 3 multiplying x minus 1. Then here we have 2 can go here 1. 2 can go here 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So you see we have cleared the fraction. So let's now work on this as though it were a linear, like it already, of course it is in the linear form. So 4 times x gives us 4x. 4 times plus 1 gives us 4. Minus 3 times x gives us minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 1. You see what I'm doing? This multiply this. This multiply this. Of course, the number outside the bracket multiply each of the terms inside the bracket. So that gives us minus 3x. minus 3 times minus 1 gives us plus 3 equals 18. Alright, so 4x, this is at this point we are going to make sure the variables, the variable term are on one side, variable terms are on one side, and the constant terms are on the other side. Variable terms are these terms with the x. Okay, so this is going to become 4x minus 3x then equals 18. So I'm taking 4 plus 4 to meet this guy. Plus, it is positive here, so it's going to become negative here, minus 4. And then plus 3 here comes over, it's going to become minus 3. So 4x minus 3x is simply x, right? 18 minus 4 is 14. 14 minus 3 is 11. So our answer in this question is simply 11. It's simply 11. Okay, now let's get to look at the last but not the least. The last but not the least. The last but not the least. So you see, in this equation, I'm just going to, in this equation here, all we're going to do is to get the LCM of all the terms of the denominators here. The denominators are 2, 1, 3, and 2. So we get the LCM of the denominators. So the LCM of the denominators is going to be 6. Right? Following from how to get LCM, you can know that. So LCM is 6. So what do? We use the LCM and multiply through the whole fractions, as simple as that. So we are going to get 6 times 6x minus 4 over 2 plus 6 times 2x plus 3 over 1 equals 6 times 3x plus 1 over 3 plus 6 times 2x plus 5 over 2. Okay, so this is just it. So 2 here is going to be 1. 2 into 6 is 3. So we are going to have 3 into 6x minus 4 plus 1. Of course, this cannot be divided. So we just do 6 times 2x plus 3. Okay, because even 6 divided by 1 still remains 6. Okay, then this is equal to 3 here is 1. 3 into 6 here is 2. So this becomes 2 into 3x plus 1. Then plus 2 here is 1. 2 into 6 is 3. So this becomes 3 into 2x plus 5. 3 times 2x plus 5. 2 times 3x plus 1. Okay. I told you that whenever a number is to multiply 2 or more things, okay, we put the other 2 or more things in a bracket and then put the number multiplying the other things outside. So let's see, we have reduced this. So let's expand this. 3 times 6x is simply 18x. 3 times minus 4 is minus 12. 6 times 2x is 12x. 6 times 3 is what? 18 equals 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 5 is 15. Alright, so with this that we have, all we need to do is I'll first of all simplify the left hand side and then simplify the right hand side. Okay, so I'm going to get 18x plus 12x equal minus 12 plus 8 equals 6x plus 6x plus 2 plus 15. 18x plus 12x is actually going to give us 30x. Then minus 12 plus 8 will give us minus 4. Okay, that's coming from directed numbers. So minus 4 equals 6x plus 6x gives us 12x. 2 plus 15 gives us 17. Okay, so simply we are going to move the variable terms to be together and the constant terms to be together. So this is going to become 30x. 12x crosses the equality sign to come over here to become 12x, right? Minus 12x, then equals 17. Here is positive. Minus 4 comes to meet it and becomes positive. So 30x minus 12x would give us 18x equals 17 plus 4 is 21. So you see, this now simply becomes let me check something here. Don't have Okay, let me use this other parts to complete it. So this becomes 18x all over 18x equals 21. So what do we do to get x alone? To get x alone, we are going to have to divide both sides by 18. Okay, so we divide both sides by 18. Divide both sides by 18. Now you see, this comment, although I skip it a lot, is something that is very important as it guides as you solve your maths, so that you know what next to do per time. So this is going to be 21 over 18 over here. Alright, so 18 will cancel 18, we are left with x equals, but I know something can happen here. 3 can go into 21 7 times, right? And 3 can go into 18 6 times. So this is going to reduce. Remember, reducing fraction to the lowest term. This is going to become x equals 7 over 6. So this is going to become one whole number 1 over 6, because we can get 6 from 7 one time, and then remaining 1 shared by 6 people. 6. Okay, so that's that. So that's how we solve algebraic. With this knowledge, what I've done, you should be able to solve any algebraic equations. Always start any algebraic equations involving fraction. Always start with getting the LCM, use the LCM, clear it, and then solve it like we often do. Alright, thank you.